Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So you've probably heard of Goliath, right? The giant that little David took down with just a sling and a stone? Classic story. But guess what? Goliath wasn't the only giant in the Bible. Nope, not even close. You will certainly be surprised when you find out that there is really a wild world of biblical giants. And I promise you're going to see the Bible in a whole new way. From giants in the Bible names to jaw-dropping encounters, these stories are packed with drama, action, and some seriously big dudes. So grab your snacks and let's get into it. First things first, giants in the Bible were no fairy tale. The scriptures straight up mention them, and they're not just there for dramatic effect. They were a real challenge for the people of the time, and the stories surrounding them carry some pretty powerful lessons. Some people believe this, while many others remain skeptical. The question is it true? You'll find these towering figures scattered throughout the Old Testament. Think Genesis, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and Joshua. They weren't just one-off appearances. Giants were a recurring theme, like the ultimate boss battles in Bible stories. Let's start with the classic, Goliath. You know the deal. David, the young shepherd, took on Goliath, the Philistine warrior. The Bible says Goliath was over 9 feet tall. That's taller than an NBA player on stilts. And his armor? It weighed around 125 pounds. Imagine lugging that around in battle. But Goliath wasn't alone. Ever heard of Og, king of Bashan? This guy was so massive that his bed was made of iron and measured 13 feet long and 6 feet wide. Basically, a bed fit for a real king-sized king. Then we have the Rephaim. They were like the ancient world MVP giants, and you can read about them in Genesis 14 and Deuteronomy 2. The name Rephaim literally means giants. Not exactly subtle, right? And let's not forget the Anakim. These giants were so fearsome that when Israelite spies checked out the Promised Land, they reported back saying, "We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them." Numbers 13:33. Yikes. There's also the Emim. Described as being as tall as the Anakim, these giants were so intimidating that other nations would tremble just hearing about them. There's also what the Ammonites call as Zamzumin, a people as great and numerous and tall as the Anakim. Discover our YouTube channel for an engaging exploration of the Bible, featuring unnoticed stories and ancient secrets. Enjoy meticulously researched content and captivating storytelling that transforms Bible stories and history into fascinating narratives, making learning both enjoyable and enlightening. Now, if you want some serious Bible mystery, the Nephilim are your guys. Mentioned in Genesis 6:4, the Nephilim were described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of humans. Some say they were the result of divine beings mixing with humans. Others think they were just incredibly large, powerful people. Whatever the case, these dudes were not your average villagers. Think ancient world superheroes, but, like, terrifying. We all love the classic story of David taking down Goliath. But did you know David's crew went on a giant slaying spree? That's right. In 2 Samuel 21, we meet Ishbi-Benob and a few other Goliath-sized warriors. Ishbi-Benob, a Philistine, who was one of the sons of the giant, the weight of whose bronze spear was 300 shekels, who was bearing a new sword. Saph or Sippai, who was one of the sons of the giant. A giant who was the brother of Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. Also there was a man of great stature, who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number, and he also was born to the giant. Spoiler alert, David's men took care of business. Now you might be thinking, why giants? Were they just there to keep things interesting? Well, the presence of giants often symbolized overwhelming challenges. Think about it. Every time the Israelites faced giants, it was a test of faith. And it's not just about physical battles. It's about the obstacles we face in life that feel too big to overcome. The story of David and Goliath isn't just about a little dude taking down a big dude. It's a reminder that courage, faith, and a well-aimed stone that may signify our determination can overcome even the most impossible odds. Here are some giant-sized facts to chew on. Goliath had brothers. Yep, 4 of them. Some scholars think that's why David picked up 5 stones, just in case the whole family reunion showed up. 1 for Goliath and 1 for each of his siblings. That's how confident he is that he can take down one giant with just 1 shot. King Og's bed is massive. Seriously, imagine the poor delivery guys tasked with getting that thing into a palace. Rephaim sightings were often associated with fear and trembling. Like, you see one of these guys, and suddenly your knees are doing a little dance of their own. At the end of the day, these stories aren't just about height. They're about faith, perseverance, and trusting God when life throws you a giant-sized problem. Giants remind us that no matter how big the challenge, God is always bigger. So, what's your giant? A tough job? A relationship struggle? Maybe just trying to find time for yourself? Whatever it is, take a page from David's book. Face it head-on with faith and know that you've got this. Alright friends, that's the scoop on biblical giants. From the mighty Goliath to the mysterious Nephilim, these stories are so much more than ancient bedtime tales. They're a reminder that even the biggest obstacles can be taken down. If you enjoyed this epic dive into the world of giants in the Bible, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more fascinating Bible stories, and drop a comment below. Who's your favorite biblical giant? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay curious, stay courageous, and remember, no giant is too big when you've got faith on your side. Subscribe if you want more extraordinary stories beyond the ordinary. Peace out, Bible adventurers.